Have you ever revisited something from your childhood? Maybe a book, a movie, or a song, and suddenly it hits you complete differently? Almost like it was waiting all these years for you to truly understand it? That's exactly what happened to me when I recently listened to an audiobook of Datta by Sarat Chandra Chattopadhyay. Suddenly, I was not just listening, I was back in time, sitting in a crowded theater with my mother, watching this same story on stage. And then, as if a floodgate had opened, all my memories of Sharchandra's novels came rushing back. I start remembering small details. The flickering stage lights, the way Bijoya's resistant expression captivated the audience, and in that moment, I realized something. Stories don't just stay in books, they live inside us, buried deep, waiting to resurface when we least expect them. Back in school time, I first picked up Devdas. At that time, I thought, wow, what a dramatic love story. And honestly, part of my excitement was because the SRK movie had made it the talk of the town. Back then, I was captivated. Devdas was tragic, Paro was strong, and Chandramukhi, well, she had a charm of her own. But then I moved on. Years later, I revisited his book. It felt like I was reading them for the first time, but with a lifetime of experience added in. Devdas was not the hero I remembered. He was weak, hesitant. Paro was the real hero. It made me realize something. Stories don't change. We do. And when we revisited them, they hit us in entirely new ways. Sharachandra was not just a storyteller, he was a mirror to society. His novels were not about kings or warriors, they were about people like us, dreamers, rebels, lovers, and those struggling with the weight of tradition. Even today, his characters feel real, like they could be someone in your own neighborhood. In my late teens, I picked up Srikanta, thinking it would be just another story. But this one stayed with me. Srikanta was not a hero, not a villain. He wandered through life, questioning everything: society, love, purpose. And was not that exactly what I was doing at that age? For the first time, I saw a character who was not trying to be perfect. He was just searching. And in a way, so was I. Years later, when I was thousands of kilometers away from home, I often thought of Srikanta. The loneliness, the longing, the silent observations of life. I lived them just as he did. I admired Lolita from Porinita, who quietly fought against the world's expectations. And Kiranmoyi from Charitrahin? Even today, she remains one of the most complex female characters I have ever read. And then there is Devdas. When I was younger, I thought Devdas was just a tragic hero, lost in love. But reading it later, I saw something else. A man trapped by his own indecisions. Devdas is not a hero, he is a cautionary tale. A reminder that if you don't make choices, life makes them for you. That's the power of Sarat Chandra's character. They are not just written, they are lived. Some of my fondest memories are of reading books on winter afternoons, lying on the rooftop, completely lost in the world of Pather Dabi or Srikanta. The scent of old pages, the silence of the afternoon, and the way the stories lingered in my head for days. It was the purest form of escape. Back then, I didn't realize it, but those moments my understanding of emotions, relationships, and human struggles. And even today, when life gets busy, I miss that feeling of being completely absorbed in a story with nothing but time and curiosity. Fast forward to now, I hadn't read Sarat Chandra in years. But last week, my wife suggested an audiobook of Datta. And just like that, I was 10 years old again, sitting in the theatre watching Bijoya and Norin's story unfold on stage. Here is something interesting. When I was younger, I read Datta and thought, cool, a strong, independent woman, a charming hero, and a happy ending. But when I revisited it, I saw how Bijoya's fight was not just about love. It was about a woman demanding to live on her own terms. That's the thing about great literature. It grows with you. What you read as a teenager can feel completely different when you revisit it as an adult. And it makes you wonder how many other books, movies, and even memories are waiting to be rediscovered. With the rise of social media and endless content, it's easy to think that books are outdated. But moments like this remind me why they still matter. A movie or a reel might entertain you for a moment, but a book stays with you for a lifetime. A great story like those of Sarat Chandra does not just pass through your mind, it becomes a part of who you are. And that's why I wanted to make this video. Not just to talk about a book, but to talk about how stories shape us in a ways we don't even realize. It's funny how stories have a way of finding us again, isn't it? I never planned to revisit Sarat Chandra, but when I did, I realized that these books were not just words on a page. They were memories, lessons, and echoes of who I used to be. Books like these are not just stories, they are bridges. Bridges between our past and present, between who we were and who we are becoming. And sometimes all it takes is one line, one scene, and one forgotten detail to remind us of something deeply personal, something we thought we had lost. So, whether you are reading Sarat Chandra for the first time or picking up an old favorite after years, know this, the stories are waiting for you, and maybe, just maybe, you will find a piece of yourself in them too. And that's it for today. I would love to hear from you. Which book from your past still lingers in your mind? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. Also, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more exploration, and share this with someone who loves a good story. Until next time, keep reading, keep rediscovering, and stay curious.